Hi everybody, Dr. Jody Kinney. Today I'm going to do a video on hip pain and some of the things that we see on x-ray that may indicate or be a positive finding for someone who has hip pain or hip problems. So I'm going to just show you what a normal x-ray to the back should look like. So when we look at the lower back and hip spine from the back, what we should see is the spine should line up in a nice straight line. And these pelvic bones and the hip bones down here should line up in a nice, even, straight line, okay? If there is an abnormal alignment to that, this can affect alignment of the hips and certainly cause pain in the hips, all right? So I want to show you a recent patient of mine and why she came into me with all sorts of hip pain. So this is what her spine looked like. So the dots is where her spine is. So clearly you can see that her spine itself, her lumbar spine, is not in very good alignment, right? But more importantly, and why she was having so much hip pain, is this is the top of one side of her pelvis, that's the top of one of her hips, and this is the top of her other pelvis. So there is a dramatic difference from one side to the other. In her case, it was 22, almost 23 millimeter difference in hip height. So this is one of the reasons why we take x-rays in our office, because you can palpate this and feel there's a little bit of a discrepancy. When we check leg length, you can definitely see a discrepancy, but when it's in plain black and white like this is, and you see how clearly her hip rotation is, this is the key reason and what we focus on when we check to see where the underlying problems are, and for this particular patient, why she's having the hip pain that she's having. So you always want to go to a chiropractor that takes x-rays so that we don't guess, we actually know what the problems are. So this is relatively easy to fix once we put her on a corrective care plan and give her regimens of stretching and strengthening exercises. We'll be able to correct her problem and correct her hip pain pretty easily. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you have hip pain, make sure you come in, check it out so that we can get you corrected and your spine fixed too.